also put the fullerenes, the trimetasphere that has the MRI contrast agent. And finally, we put doxorubicin, which is an extremely potent anti-cancer drug that, if you target it, would be much more efficient and not kill all the other cells around the healthy cells besides the cancer cell. And this is a MRI of a mouse. This is a nude mice where we've taken human glioblastoma cells, injected into the brain, and you can see here the non-treated cells. That group of cells, glioblastoma cells, start to grow, and you can see after about 3 weeks, those cells overtake the brain and the mice die. However, if you first inject them with this component, so the IL-13 targeting glioblastoma therapeutic, theranostic, those cells, once injected after 3 weeks, are being killed by our fullerene-based theranostic. So I believe that is it. Just to conclude, the metallo and empty cage fullerenes show promise as new diagnostic and therapeutic agents. And we're excited about this plaque-detecting contrast agent using the trimetasphere that may be a new tool for diagnosing atherosclerosis. And empty cage fullerenes can inhibit mast cell-driven disease in vitro and in vivo. And if there's one thing I want you to remember when you leave here is that fullerenes, the biological response of fullerenes critically depends on how you functionalize them. Not all fullerenes are the same. So whether you target it or what moiety you add critically determines. So when you see a study of toxicity, you have to look at what moieties are added to the carbon cage. So I'll be happy to answer any questions.
So we have time for one or two questions. We have a microphone from...
Have you found out any side effects of this oral treatment in mice?
Toxicity?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we routinely
Repeat the
look
question.
at liver function and kidney function, and we have not detected with highly purified fullerenes that are water soluble. We have not detected any liver or kidney dysfunction using concentrations about 100 times greater than that used for efficacy.
And you feel the same treatment you can continue for human body, which is being tried on mice and rats, can be repeated on a human body?
There's a lot of people working to get fullerenes in the human. The person who did the lifespan extension in the mice, Laura Dugan, has what's called the Bronx Project, and she's published studies showing that fullerenes can affect Parkinson's disease. But the point is, from what I hear, the latest rumor, she's close to phase 1 clinical trials. So she's passed all the FDA screening, and hopefully, she'll be kind of the first ones, because once I think one person gets a fullerene into the market, it'll open the doors for everybody else. Good
Thank
question.
you.
Other questions back here?
Sir, it is a wonderful presentation. What is the mechanism of this, or the role of fullerene in targeting the malignant cells? What is the role this fullerene play? And
How does it affect the signaling pathway?
yeah, exactly.
Well, that's a good question. We've done some protein binding studies, and we've narrowed it down. We think it's binding a particular protein in that pathway leading from the receptor to degranulation. So we think it's binding and just kind of disrupting the whole system.
So
And that's all been published. I just didn't show any of that.
okay, that's
Other questions?
I was just wondering, in your whole presentation, the future of course, nanoscience for such biomedical applications. What about the critical research is going on stem cell technology? Stem cells, it's a sort of a nanotechnology, and stem cell technology is the future for
But
detecting. So
did you talk to him about what I'm doing now? I mean, that's one thing that we're doing is stem cells.
I didn't hear the full lecture.
No, I'm just kidding. Well,
yeah.
I have a whole nother talk. You're asking about stem cells
Yeah.
and nanotechnology. Stem
Yes.
cells can regenerate into
Regeneration of
Yeah.
nerves, it's a very, the medical miracle of tomorrow, in
That's
that
right.
sense, to cure many things. So it will be
I
interesting.
agree. And we're
Yeah.
trying to get into that field
I'll
by
talk to you.
using trimetaspheres. One of the projects we're working
Yeah.
on is
Because in India also, very few people are trying real sense.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to have a discussion later on with you. Okay.
we're working on it ourselves too.